need a scarecrow after what you did, 'cause all of the birds know that I'm almost dead. I'm barely breathing, I'm barely awake. You left me in pieces, there's no more to break. Don't wake me up, not in this century. Don't wake me up, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. I need an angel after what you did, 'cause you were the devil, you messed with my head. You lied to my mother, you lied to my friends. You said that you'd be there, but this never ends. Don't wake me up, not in this century. Don't wake me up, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost.
Well, hello guys. So I'm doing my first stream with my new mic. Please don't worry too much or let me know if there's issues with it, but please don't give me too hard of a time. Other than that, I'm gonna do a little bit of showing my Mr. setup, which I just got working with my capture card and everything set up, and I'm just gonna do some basic Super Mario Brother 1 speedrun practice. I'm not very good at it yet, and I don't have the ability to do my any save states or anything with the Mister right now. And for anybody who doesn't know, the Mister, well, I guess most people don't really know, Mister is an FPGA based hardware emulation device that it's a little bit complicated. Basically, it replicates hardware from original systems in hardware, so that you can replicate retro systems and things like that. So it's very accurate to the original hardware, and I'm doing some streaming with it. Anumis, hello, thank you for stopping by. Always a pleasure. Thank you for auto hosting me, always helpful. And so I guess let's just go ahead and get started with the Mister here, and let's pull it up, and you'll see that I have my splits for Super Mario Brothers on there. You can see that my fastest time, which I've only made it to the end once so far since I've been actually timing myself, and that was really slow. I spent a lot of time practicing 8.2 and 8.3. We'll just see how it goes. And so this is the display from the Mister. Right now you can see Galaga, that's what I have it boot as when it starts up, and I'll actually just go ahead and play a little Galaga right here. And basically the way the Mister works is the people who have coded this worked with the actual hardware of the Galaga arcade machine and replicated the chips and the ROM and all the features in almost all of it except for the ROM itself is replicated in hardware, and then it's flashed onto the FPGA chip in real time. Yeah, okay. I was thinking, do I want to get caught right then? But yeah, that works. Now I just have to wait for that guy to fly down before I shoot him to get my ship back, and hope I don't shoot my ship. There we go. So it replicates the hardware by flashing the designs of the chip onto the FPGA chip, and then you can load your ROMs from there. There we go. And sorry, a little bit distracted. This game takes a little bit of my focus. And so you got all the well, not all the original arcade games, but a lot of arcade games are flashed on here. It can be done from the software side in real time. So if I switch any of these, it'll reflash that FPGA chip. So let's go ahead and switch over to this. And I actually have Mario on here by default. And sorry, my chair is a little bit noisy. Alright. And let me get live splits active here. Right, adjust the audio on the thing. Oh, all right. So this is something. I just got the Bluetooth working on my Mister system. So, I just connected my controller through Bluetooth for the first time, and I do know that Bluetooth is not the best way to speedrun games like this. This is, again, it's just a casual stream. I'm not gonna be hardcore running or anything like that. I'm just practicing a little bit. So whenever you first load up a new piece of hardware and it thinks the Bluetooth version of this controller is a different piece of hardware from whenever I have it hooked up wired. When you first hook it up to a new core, it'll say, well, I'm using my default, and you can go in here and do a define, and then it just walks you through defining the buttons on that. And I'm using an 8-bit DOE SN, what is it, the SN30 Pro. I think I might have missed one. I'm gonna cancel this and reset it. Okay. That's right. down. Oh, that button must be clearing it by default. I didn't realize. Okay. So I don't know what I'm supposed to use for this. I'll figure out something. All right. Alright, and I skip all of these. I actually don't. Oh, those are the power pad. Yeah. And then I do set an alternate as the analog on this. And that should be it. Okay. Okay. Here we go. And yeah. I'm not even gonna reset it. And that's the. There's probably a little bit of delay on this joystick that I'm working on. I don't. Let me see. I don't know if the Elgato audio or the game audio is coming through for you. It's not for me. Okay. It is, and it sounds like it's probably a little loud. So I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. Alright, and I died, so I'm gonna reset. Alright, let's do this again. Oh. You'll notice my timer is a little bit off. I'm not that particular now. That's a really bad level 1 start. And I usually do my splits right at about when it hits 0 here. Not good. Oh. I'll just play. I will definitely have to work on my the Bluetooth timings I'll have to get used to. So I might as that's not the beginning of the level. Those splits I just tap when right as I gain or I lose control, basically. So with this level you basically just run and jump over plants. And like most of SMB, just don't stop or slow down as much as possible. So in order to stream this, my wife was kind enough to purchase me the first 3 Super Mario Brother cartridges for NES for my birthday, which is tomorrow. And so I can stream this and have some fun. This has been a long-term goal for me, is to get all of this up and running and streaming. And this thing's not actually that badly responsive for a Bluetooth controller. I'm actually pretty surprised by it. Oh, there is a little bit of delay, but okay. I'm getting a little bit of audio. Let me do something here. I'm getting like a little bit of an echo. I don't know if that's coming from on your end, or if it's just my monitor here. It seems like it might be going through. Let me know if any of you hears an echo. I don't know what would be causing it. Oh well. Reset. And here we go again. There's a little bit of a delay there when I hit the pipe. I haven't quite worked out the timing for that, or that run up the stairs. But I'm about usually I'm about, oh wow, is that 45 seconds really? Oh no, that's minus 45 seconds. I'm not showing the actual time for that. I think that I run about a 30-second on average level 1, which is about 2 seconds off of professional. But that level and this level are the only levels I'm close to that with, usually, and not whenever I die. Ooh. I need to fix my splits. I'll do that in a minute. On my next guaranteed reset on 8.1, if not before. So the reason why my splits are so weird is because sorry, this echo in my headphones is kind of distracting me. The reason it's so bad is because whenever I was trying to practice 8.1 through 8.3, and to do that, because I don't have save states on this machine, I was actually using a cheat to give myself a way to get a bunch of extra lives, so I could just play those levels over and over without having and just die at the end to get practice in. And the way that it does that, I'll actually show you. It basically keeps the Goomba at the very beginning from dying, so you can just keep jumping on him until you start getting 1-ups. So, oh gosh, that's not. And this can insert into the ROM code cheats just like a Game Genie would. And so what I was doing was enemies don't die when you jump on them. Okay, yeah. So it's just this one that enemies don't die when you jump on them. So what I did was I started the game and I just... Oh! That crashed the game. Well, that cheat was working fine last time. Yeah, okay, so that's resetting the game. Let me turn it off when I start, and turn it on after I get started. Okay, so it is working. I wonder if an update made it. Oh. Seems like an update might have caused that cheat to stop working. And this doesn't have any cheats or anything for just infinitely lives directly. So I guess I'm just gonna have to keep starting from the beginning, which is what I was doing before. And I mentioned before that I'm using the SN30 Pro control pad. So it's like a Super Nintendo control pad, and just to make it a little bit easier for the controls, I actually have Y and X be B and A reversed. So the run is on the X button and jump is A. It's just a little better layout whenever using this control pad. Oh, I forgot to split, but I forgot to start the timer actually. There we go. That's how I like to do that. Oh, I have to slow down a little bit before I do that jump. I definitely don't like jumping into the middle of those. Alright, I'm just resetting. There's still a lot of noise with my chair. I'm trying to filter some of that stuff out with the audio settings, and I'm sure I'll get it eventually a little bit better, at least. So, but for now, it is what it is. It's a new setup. Like I said, don't judge me too harshly for the way the audio sounds tonight. Oh, the audio. So that's something. One thing that's messing me up is the audio for the game and the monitor is a little bit delayed. So my jumps, I hear them whenever you guys see them, instead of hearing it directly from the system. I have to figure out how to fix that. Well, that was a little early, but it... If you ever want to know how not to speedrun, oh, that was 4-1. You can watch me anytime. Oh. That's just bad. That was just a dumb move. I'm wondering, like, how delayed everything is for you guys. Well, the video and the audio is recording. It seems like it's pretty much keeping on time. Oh, I know. What? Very welcome. Alright, I'm gonna work a little bit with my first off, my split display, which is just showing the first two, the same thing for the first two columns almost. The first column should be my time. This is the one problem with having 4 displays on the computer, is things open up weird spots sometimes. Oh, I didn't realize I was completely above the video. I was out of out of frame. That's the word I was looking for. Let's column 1. So that should be the name of that column. That should be time. And that one should be split time. There we go. Oh. Segment. No? Oh, okay, that's what that one's doing, which is Delta or split. Oh, what am I supposed to be doing here? I want the current time for the split. One of these columns. That's showing the difference, which is good. Hey. That's the default. Oh, not the default layout. That's the default times for the layout. I am just learning a little bit about live split here. I've used it before, but it's been a while and I don't really remember all the settings. Okay. Try that. Because of the way the way everything's positioned right now, I can't see everything. I have to move things around to make sure I can see them. Okay, and I'm gonna just listen to my audio real quick on the stream, so I'm gonna mute myself for a second. Well, I can't decisively decide if I'm actually echoing or if I'm just hearing myself echo. I'm gonna turn off my monitor and so that way I can't hear myself. It'll be easier for me if I can just talk and not hear myself if I'm gonna hear myself echo. Alright, and let's go back to doing what I was doing. So, not a good start. And for beginner runners, you're recommended to start your jump or try to hit the top of the flag with the jump. So when you back off, you jump all the way up past the edge of the little square block at the bottom. Because if you hit that block, it actually slows you down a little bit. I'm not good at that timing for that yet. Oh. Skip that one. And I am still hearing the Mario. A little bit delayed. I'm hoping that doesn't happen on the recording. So let me turn the monitoring of that off. So I can't hear it there, but I can change output. Just gonna listen to the audio directly. There we go. I have a tendency of jumping onto the vine there. It might save a touch of time, but I don't think it's a recommended thing, because sometimes you just don't grab the vine and you jump through it. And then you would lose a lot of time. Ooh. Oh, that feels a little bit better with the game audio. Speedrunning is very much about just getting used to the feel and the timing of everything, and whenever something's just not right, it's definitely gonna mess with you. Oh, and Anubis, you were talking about the audio before. I use this application called Pretzel, which streams royalty-free audio made by content creators. And so you have rights, so you can stream it and stuff just by signing up. To have it for free, you have to give it access to your chat. But, oh. And it posts in your chat as when the song changes the name of the song. And so I have 3 different streaming services that I stream to at all at the same time. And it goes into Mixer, which I'm not sure 100% if I'm actually streaming to Mixer right now, but the Pretzel's telling Mixer what music we're listening to on the stream. And I might set up my... So this display of the output from the Mister is a new setup for the channel as well, along with the new audio and the new system I'm streaming. And I haven't completely configured it, but what I'll probably do in the long term is configure configure that display to show the song and stuff. So if anybody's curious what different things are. That's kind of what that's supposed to look like. Oh. So that did not fix my splits. Now my splits are not showing the time in the first column. What I wanted to show is how the time for each split in the first column and then the difference in the second column, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. It should be split time, which I thought is what I set it to, but oh, that's not good. That is not a good fine jump situation. Come on. There we go. Oh, a little bit longer jump on that would have gotten me onto the Goomba instead of into him. I tend to not push my luck on that line. There's a star in that set of blocks, which you can take as a safety if you really want. It makes this section a little bit easier, because you don't have to jump through all those guys. Doesn't really help the time that much though. Oh. Alright, let's try this again. Layout settings. Splits. Alright, so segment time's not right. Split time is what I thought it should be. See, that split time shows my... Oh, we'll see. Okay. Let's see what it does. I thought that split time showed my... Well, I know it shows my PB after the current split. And yeah, it's not adjusting for that. So... That's just showing my PB times. I am obviously not the expert at split, live split. So we got... I don't really know what this thing is supposed to be. The segment, so whatever it is, it should be changing right now if it was the right thing. I don't know if it's even possible. I'm just gonna remove that column for now and try to figure it out later. Live segment, that's what I'm trying to show. Let me look for live segment. I'm just gonna do a quick Google search on this. And I'll try to get back into frame here. It's kind of hard because the microphone is like right in the way of the monitor on this one. Live split. Live segment. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. And I'm not gonna mess with it too much. Alright. Oh, well, wait a second. Are you guys getting Mario's audio? Seems like Mario's audio might be muted for you guys. Oh, wait. I lost audio. Okay, there it is. Oh, okay. No, it's not that it's muted. It's apparently that section doesn't have audio. Alright. I'm gonna restart. I can restart through the menu, or I've got a button on the machine that'll do it. See my splits here again, and move that not in front of my face. Keep that a little bit higher than that. Oh, oh no, my mic's about to fall off. I'm gonna mute myself, guys. Sorry, my mic's falling down. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about all that. Along with hoping that my mic works right, I had to get some water to stay hydrated. Now, my mic is definitely taking up a lot of space now. Oh. That video's a little bit big. Alright. It's taking up a lot more of my space of the... Alright, there we go. That's a little bit better. And now let's go get back to it. Again, don't judge me too harshly. This is first stream with this setup. And this wasn't even intended to be a stream. I was just excited about this stuff and I wanted to share it. Alright, well, let's go again. What I'm looking for here is around, what I'm looking for is a 29. I don't get that very often. Wait, what? There, oh yeah, with the time being when the thing hits 0. $29.2 is not bad. I won't complain about that. Oh, I was about to say that's how I want to do number 2, but then I overjumped the drop onto the tube. And thank you, Anumis, for the host. I missed that. I know you said you auto-hosted me, but I didn't realize that it actually gave me a host. I need to have some kind of a notification thing going on with my Twitch. Oh, oh good, I made it. I was worried that I was missing that vine there. If I missed the vine, then I have to hit all the invisible blocks and to get it. Wait, that's not right. I missed one of my splits on the split. I messed up my splits and that distracted me. Hey, this is the first thing I've ever speed ran though. Well, other than Dragon Warrior Randomizer, which I've got some videos of me doing that. Ooh, I thought I was in the hole there. And then the Dragon Warrior Randomizer. That's something I gotta minimize my umming. The Dragon Warrior Randomizer I've streamed before, but not that seriously. Just, again, casually, kind of like what I'm doing this, but even more casually than this, probably. Oh, overjump. Just bad timings for those in general. Oh. And you never make that jump like that. Whenever you do that, you have to walk off of that pipe. Oh. You walk off the pipe, and then the way that I do it is I press B and jump on the first the first ledge, and I quickly just press B and then jump right away, and you usually make it. It's gonna start counting a little bit late, so I'm gonna pause a little bit. Not that it makes a huge difference, but if I did crazy all of a sudden, it'd be nice to have it recorded somewhat accurately. Of course, then I could go back and fix it if I'd made a mistake. And so my Mister system, I'm working on a video on setup and configuring it. Well, it's not my system, it's the Mister system, but in my experiences with it, getting the Wi-Fi working and things like that, I'm running it on a VGA CRT computer monitor, and HDMI through an Elgato HD60 capture card, which I also got as part of one of my birthday presents, so I can capture and stream this stuff for you guys. And then I've got an additional monitor, HDMI monitor for it up top, because that's the default video output, and if anything happens, if I reformat the card or anything like that, sometimes I need to be able to see it without the VGA output working, so I use the HD monitor to capture that. And oh, that's not right, and that there. That was wrong too. Okay, so that time I didn't get it, so I have to get it that way. Which definitely takes more time than jumping off the little platform and getting it. And you might wonder why I stay little. Really, it comes down to being big actually makes a couple of things in this harder, and the only benefit would be I can take one more hit on this section, and if I'm taking hits on this section, I'm probably making mistakes anyway. Most of the time I die, I'm gonna be falling down a hole because of a bad timed jump or something like that. Speaking of which, now my splits are all messed up, by the way. that goes green before I go. And yes, that would actually, if I adjusted my time, that would add time even though I was waiting for the timer, but... If I start the timer, or if the timer gets to 0 before I start, or I'm sorry, if I start the timer too late, so the timer gets to 0 after I start, I have to wait for the timer to get to 0. And then, if I was going to adjust my time, I would add all of that back in. Oh, I'm resetting that. That was just a bad start. Because I was talking and not paying attention to what I was doing. So I basically lose double the time in that case. A little bit slower. But again, anything in the 29 range is fine. For my level. I shouldn't have to delay that long for that Goomba kill, but... But I've been missing the timing so far tonight, so I didn't want to miss it that time completely. I'd rather have a little bit longer delay than the death right then. Hey! I'm remembering to do my split finally. Sometimes the discussion distracts me. Well, not really discussion. The one-sided discussion? The talking. Monologuing, I guess? I got to 8-1. All the splits are actually on the timed right. I haven't skipped any. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't like the jumps in this section. It's not hard, but there's just a lot of little jumps. I shouldn't have to stop myself. I'm just not supposed to take a full jump on the little thing there. But better to stop myself than jumping over it. Oh, I didn't realize I died. You should be able to hit all of those jumps and then land on that and not have to worry about it, but such is life. There we go. That's how I do that jump usually. and then I jump into the hole. Oh, okay. I did have all my lives. I thought I saw 2 last time I saw that screen. I'm just gonna let that pass. I'm gonna go for a little bit slower here to get to the end. Alright. Bad luck on the positioning of them. It's actually, I think it's a timing thing. I need to do a little bit more research. Oh no! Oh! Again. Oh no. And that is a quick way to end a run, right there. Oh, I had a VPB or a gold somewhere on there. Oh. First right. Oh, my camera. Let's be adjusted. Alright, yeah. I tied on level 1. I'm getting a little bit more used to the Bluetooth timing. Still not there yet, but... And again, for real, whenever I go to do this a little bit more seriously, I won't use it on Bluetooth. I'll connect to it wired. Actually, I might as well do that. Doesn't hurt anything. Do so. Then I had to figure out what the standards are for set. Standards are for using FPGA systems for speedrunning. Because I have no idea if anything that I run on this thing could be considered legit. There is just the slightest difference, it feels like. You'll notice me making a lot of the same mistakes I was making whenever I first started, before I got used to the timings just a little bit there. That's the timing for the thing that I'm supposed to have. I wall jumped a little bit when I hit the wall at the end there. Which, not good for that. It basically means you hit the tile at the right spot where you basically hit the top of it on the corner so you can jump back off of it. But it kind of slows you down a touch. Doesn't make a big difference for me, but I'm going for within minutes, you know, not within seconds of, you know, world records or anything. I'm going for personal best. My goal is to get under 10 minutes. I'll be happy with that if I can get to the end of the game in under, or beat the game in under 10 minutes. I had some wires in front of my screen that had been off and on distracting me since I started playing. And surprisingly, that death doesn't add a ton of time to this. 2 deaths does. Adds way too much. Oh. Right. I'm gonna do one more good run. At least get to 8-2. Hopefully. I might stop before then. But... and then I'm gonna call it a night. This was not intended to be a long, full stream. It was just... I wanted to show off some stuff. Not a good time, but... made it. No, not the worst time either. Oh, rough. This is about the only, well, yeah. that is one of the very few situations where being tall actually saves a little bit of time. If you're in that exact situation where you have not revealed the block right below the vine block, then being big actually allows you to break the tile above you. Notice how the timings for everything, whenever I was getting used to the Bluetooth, the timings were getting a little bit smoother for a lot of this thing. And now it's almost exactly where I was when I first started tonight. Switching back to the wired. It's just enough to notice a difference. Notice a difference in play, not actually. I can't really tell the difference, like... I don't feel like whenever I press the button, the delay between the action, but there's enough of a difference that my timings are just the tiniest touch off. Well, I did make it to 8-2. So this is probably going to be my last run of the night. But I appreciate everybody for coming out and watching me delight in my new toys. And the misplaced turtle messed me up. Alright. Well, let me know how everything sounded, and if you enjoyed the stream, please like and subscribe and hit all the bells, and follow us on Twitch. We appreciate all the support we get when we get it, and I appreciate you, and you guys have a good night.
Waiting for the sunlight to shine its light on me.